Me. All right. So, December 2024. What's going on? So, it's me chilling. Professional timeline. So, Deso 4, we get laid off, right? Laid off from, I want to say laid off. There we go. So, we get laid off. And second wave of layoffs. So, the company I was at, which was called Plague, which was called Ballistic Moon. I'd been there a year and a half, and I was part of the second layoffs. So they had laid off a bunch of people already, and then they did their final layoffs, and that's what I was part of, sadly. And then, yeah, getting laid off in December. Great, by the way. December 25th of all. So we have a short little run to Jan 2025. So we do our Christmas thing. We eat all the food. And we hop on over. What? And we minimize that layoff time pretty sensibly, all in all. So we get job after that layoff pretty quick. And that job is lighting art again, and that's for a studio called Gunzilla Games. So we minimize that layoff pretty quick, and I go work for these guys from early Jan. And then we skip forward a bit to April. So we skip a little bit. Whoa. We end here. And we get laid off again. PogChamp. We get laid off by Gunzilla. Fun. And then we get to the, let's call this the late May to early June 2025. What? Across we go. I'm going to try and keep this all equal. So after this layoff ends around the 1st of May. Well, actually, no, it ends mid-May, sorry. And we have an opportunity in two places. So we have the opportunity, two job offers. One studio I won't name, one I will. So let's go in. We have two job offers, freelance, short term, right? So we'll do this as like orange because it's like, oh, okay, something's going on, something's cooking. Something might be cooking. And one is one of those is a studio called Anchor Point, which is a Netty studio, which is the first one. And then the second studio, we will respectfully question mark, because you'll see why soon. So at this point, I'm in like a dilemma. I'm like, oh shit, what do we do? My head is spinning. Where's the rotate? Oh no, which one do I pick? Both are short-term contracts, and I would be employed pretty quickly for a June start. So I'm shook. In the end, I go with, oh, I need a bigger brush. I go with the other studio. Very tough decision, but I go with the other studio for various reasons. But honestly, I just had to pick one. So I turn down that offer and I take this offer. On this offer, I refer a friend, and he's worked there ever since, which is awesome. Really good. Now the problem is, when I turned down this job offer, it's gone now. It's gone to someone else. This studio here is like, okay, you can start June 01. June 03, sorry. You can start your work. Start new job from offer. And that is from this studio, right? So far, yeah, this is a timeline. We get to June. We're gonna start our job June. Start new job from offer. This turns into a problem. This studio basically does not honor the contract. Paul's job less than 24 hours before start. Yep. So, quite a journey for the first half of the year so far, which is, interesting. So, the first half of this year was very chaotic for me, as you can see. Layoff going into the new year, get job, get laid off from that job, literally 3.5 months after. Have the opportunity to get another job straight away, freelancing, get 2 job offers, turn one down, refer a friend for it, he gets it. Prepare to start the job on June 3rd. On June 2nd, get told, in a very shady way, they tell me, it's not available anymore. Try to delay it and say, oh, it'll be July, but no, that studio, which again we'll keep unknown, they basically mess me around, sadly. What can you do, right? Happens. Live and learn. So sadly, at this point, right, we've been able to try and minimize our layoff time pretty well. But then there's a little bit of a gap here, right? So between June 3rd and July 20, we are in layoff land, pretty much. So this whole stretch here is layoff land. What do we do in layoff land? Well, someone who's in the chat, someone that's been in the community around this time, what was I doing between these dates? Because I'm pretty sure there's some of you in chat would have, what's happened here, right? But what was I doing between this period of about 6 weeks? I know there's some of you in the chat that were around during this time. Was anyone hazard a guess? Oh. So we were looking for jobs, remote jobs, which makes it even harder, right? There's nothing really coming through. So during this time, we were just basically building portfolio. So this is off stream, right? This is in the Discord. So we were building sort of portfolio whilst we're applying to keep going. So during that time, right, during that 6 week period where we're trying to find work, we end up making what did we make? We made yeah, we made the so we basically made these two pieces for the most part. So we built our portfolio whilst looking for work and doing all the other stuff like building community and all that sort of stuff. And then during this sort of period of where we're building stuff, a friend of mine called Diana refers me for a lighting art job at a studio that I'm currently still at, which is good. And that was Endreams. So we get job, and we start July, and then from there it's pretty much, to simplify everything, because this is like a professional timeline, right? That's pretty much the same the same thing. So keep job for now because it's the games industry. So that is a sort of rough timeline of how my year holistically, from a professional standpoint, excluding like building the community or anything like that, that's how it went. So very chaotic beginning in the year, and then from July, basically the second half of the year, you could pretty much say we held down our sort of stable job, met a lot of new people, and it's been awesome. So that is our professional timeline up until this point. Now, for me, I just hope to keep the full duration of my contract. Maybe get recontracted. You never know. But yeah, no, that's certainly an interesting timeline. And throughout this, we've been building the community, and I've been talking to guests, and doing all that stuff as well in the YouTube. But professionally, we've been through quite an adventure as well. In Desk 2024, that's when we made the Discord. So we've already had in the community our 1 year members, signified by the Ashura rank on Discord. I've sent all you guys a message. But yeah, that's been the year. We started the community here. And now we have so when we started the Discord in December, we had about, I'll say about 4, maybe 5 people join. There's not very little. There's no guest talks at this point. There's one Patreon video, and I'll say 5 Patreon members total. Right, as of today, not including like the free signups, just to see the Patreon feed. Right, we have 67 Patreon members total. So we've had some pretty nice growth overall, and in that time, in a year of opening the community and trying to provide for good content for those that pay you $5 a month, we've delivered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to try and sneak in a video here, but if not, it's fine. So we've delivered 11 personal sort of Patreon only videos, and 7 Patreon, or 6 Patreon only, because Matt's used to be public, but we could say 6 or 7. 7 industry guest talks only available to Patreon as well. So total, that is 18 to 19 pieces of content provided. And my goal was to provide 1 piece of content a month. So we kind of killed it with that. We did way more than 12. So yeah, and we've gotten in a lot of guests, which is cool. And we're going to keep doing that next year. You know, do that one piece of content a month goal, and keep building on this. But yeah, this is all the content we delivered to the community, as well as all the feedback sessions and the streams. As of this stream, we streamed 44 times in 2025. And we gave lots of feedback to loads of people that have come and gone. And consistently, you know, the folks that have returned most weeks. So I think we kind of nailed it, right? And hopefully we can keep growing throughout 2026 as well, and continue to level up together.